Hey guys, let's go over the Voyages that just reset, starting off with the first battle, of course, where star afflatus characters are recommended, so you want to go in with the follow-up attack team or the impromptu lineup. Now, quick reminder for Flutter page, you can see here you have to move an incantation, because you have to accumulate 3 Moxie at the very first turn, to then have her ultimate ready at the second turn. But I covered the entire follow-up team and how to play them in great detail in one of my videos. This is just a quick reminder. Here in this battle, you want to attack as much as possible, because if you would use incantation here that just hit really hard, that wouldn't do anything, because the damage per attack cannot exceed 5% of the maximum HP that your opponent has. So that's why you want to use impromptu and the follow-up team here, because they attack a lot and they are all from the star afflatus, and so they get the job done here perfectly fine. There is the only thing that you have to watch out here for is that this opponent deals a little bit of damage. So see that you have your shields up with Keparina. You see this damage here, that's quite heavy. So have your shields up with Keparina, and if you use follow-up, then yeah, Fatutu takes better care of this than any other character in the game. She is the best healer by far, for a reason, and yeah, that's about it. You can see that even with my B line up here, I don't have the best setup, as I just said, and I beat this stage on round 6. So if you have a better follow-up team or even the impromptu lineup, you will obliterate this in like what, 3-4 turns. That's gonna be about it, you know. Here you see he goes down in round 6, and yeah, that's it for the battle number 1. Moving on to battle number 2, and this is where things get a tiny little bit more complicated. So let's walk through it. First of all, the healing of your team here is reduced by 30%. That means shields are more effective. I did take care of this by using Ezra, for example. Here, you shouldn't refrain from using any debuffs, because at the end of every single round, this boss cleanses all debuffs from himself. So yeah, don't even think about using poison or something like that. The most important thing here pretty much is that this boss, he will attack the leftmost character in your lineup, and he will inflict -1 Moxie to this character. So make sure that your main DPS is first of all not the leftmost character, but put him into spot number 3, as I did here at the beginning. And then you can see that yeah, the characters, they will rotate through. You can also see a debuff that this boss inflicts. It is right now on my character Pickles, and that means that Pickles will be the main target of our enemies' attacks. So in case you would use like one target shields or something, like, you know who to protect by looking at the visual of this debuff. Then incantations deal 70% less damage on this character. That is a crazy reduce in damage that this boss receives. So you want to focus on characters that use their ultimate. You want to gain Moxie and use your ultimates. That's the real way to deal damage to this boss. And since the boss is weak to mineral afflatus characters, Regulator is like the best choice here when it comes to characters that you can use. In case you have Regulator, but for some reason you don't have Melania, keep in mind that you can rent Melania here to assist you in battle. Additionally, not only does this boss take 70% less damage from incantations, no, once you attacked him with 3 incantations, he will do and perform a counter attack, so watch out for that. Let me repeat that in quick succession. Don't use heal, use shields, no debuffs. Don't put your main DPS as the leftmost character at the beginning of the battle. Remember to not use too many incantations that deal damage, because first of all he takes 70% less damage, and once you use 3 incantations to attack him, he will perform a counter attack. Keep his debuff in mind that you see on my character Pickles, and now also Ezra does have this. In the end though, what it all comes down to is that you will obliterate this battle pretty easily with Recoleta if you play it correctly. Recoleta is one of the harder characters to play in this game, and you have to play a lot of stuff right and get your rotations correct, etc., so that Recoleta will actually perform the damage that you see right here on your screen. Lots of people do not get like the true damage that Recoleta can perform out of her by playing her wrong. If that would be an issue for you, for example, then I have a guide on my channel and I cover in deep detail how to play the ultimate archetype team. So in case you would have any trouble with this battle right here, go check out my guide where I play Recoleta in the ultimate archetype team. And that's it for the battle. We can now move on. Here in battle number 3, what the enemies do, that doesn't matter here. What matters here is that you, if you don't have Marcus with her Euphoria unlocked, you rent her and you use her. You want to pair Marcus here with characters like Hisabeth, Mercuria, Via, if you have her Euphoria update unlocked. Characters like Anna Lee are not bad here, and Plant Afflatus characters in general. Additionally, you want to use the Mountain Ghost here with his rank up tree, because let me show you the reason. This one right here, you can see that whenever a plant ally casts a rank 2 or 3 incantation, there is a 25% chance to cast this incantation 1 additional time. If all your entire team is of the Plant Afflatus, and since Anali and Marcus and Via and Hisabeth, right, all of these characters, they constantly use rank 2, rank 3 incantations, and they are from the Plant Afflatus. And you will see that this team absolutely obliterates this stage, and what the enemies do, that doesn't even matter, right? The most important part here though, in case you don't have like such a cracked lineup, just use Marcus, and 3, you can rent her, so you are 100% guaranteed to have her here, and 3 Plant Afflatus characters. You, of course, you should have a healer, right? If you don't have a Plant Afflatus type healer, yeah, use any healer, then you have 1 Plant Afflatus less. It doesn't really matter. And in case you like are not aware of how to exactly play Marcus, I recently also did a guide that explains in deep detail how to play her exactly, what her teammates are, and yada yada, right? You will get it easily if you watch that video, because you also have to take care of how to apply and how to stack up the life experience stacks that Marcus so desperately needs. And yeah, I got you perfectly covered, right? Including her rotation, what to use first, and how to make the most amount of usage out of her ultimate, etc, etc. And if you like do this correctly, let me say, you don't have to play it absolutely perfectly, but if you do it correctly, then Marcus will obliterate this entire battle here in no time. Again, I don't have the best setup ready, but you will probably have it, so this battle here will be even more a walk in the park than it was for me. And for me, this was like the easiest thing I have ever done. Took me 8 rounds, but yeah, you will do this much faster, because you will have a more stacked lineup and then cry at the 2nd anniversary. I mean, that's the thing, right? And that's pretty funny. Take it with a grain of salt. Anyways, that was it for this video, guys. If you like Reverse1999 content in general, please consider leaving a follow on my channel. I would really appreciate it. But until next time, don't forget to join the Discord server. Take care of yourselves, have a great day, and you guessed it, we love this game.